Hey, what's up? This is Matt Dietz, and this is Agency Launch. This is the show where I talk about running an insurance agency. I talk about sales and marketing strategies for insurance agents. I talk about staffing for insurance agents. I talk about retention and customer service for insurance agents. One of the most popular questions that I get right now is, hey, Matt, I know I'm supposed to quote a certain amount of people every day. How do I find people to quote? Well, if you text me right now to 208-213-8809, I have an asset pulled directly from my masterclass that I'm giving out for free. Text me 20 policies to 208-213-8809, and I will show you how to write 20 policies this week. On with the show. Hey, what's up? So today I wanted to talk about a conversation I had with another agent this morning. I had a great conversation with an agent who purchased my course at agencylaunch.net, and he's like, Matt, can we chat? I got some questions. And so we set an appointment and I chatted with him for an hour. And I wanted to talk about one of the things that we talked about a lot of things. We talked about, marketing commercial, staffing, getting the most out of your team. We covered a lot of ground. But the one thing that I wanted to talk about, what's up, Brian? Thanks for the inspiration to do this content. Hope you're killing it out there. So we covered something that I think is a great way to build organic reach and to get referrals. All right. Which is what we all want. We all want to be able to sit in the office and have the phone ring, but it just does not do that unless you are doing certain things like building relationships in your community. Okay. So BNI gets floated a lot. BNI, I'm a big proponent of it, but if you can't get in one, or maybe there's not a chapter in your town, getting into a BNI, Business Networking International group, can sometimes be tough. There might be a wait list. Every one of these groups has, a core group of business owners, one being the insurance agent, and sometimes they're all full. And you can get on a wait list and wait, or you can kind of build your own. Now, what I would do, and actually I've seen this done, someone in my office is doing this right now, and it's just so smart. But there are some rules that you have to follow to do this right. So what are we talking about? We're talking about building your own networking group. Okay. And what you want to do is you want to get a group of, you want to surround yourself with people who can naturally refer to you for one reason or another. Obviously the top two are, mortgage and real estate, right? So get a mortgage broker, get a realtor, mortgage, realtor, insurance. That's a great triangle right there. You would also want to look at getting maybe a commercial banker or just a banker, in there. I would encourage maybe an accountant. And there was another, you can get a lawyer in there. This is a great core group of people to get together. Okay. So let's say you get 5 or 6 people and you find a place to meet, once a week for an hour. All right. And the purpose of a group like this is to help each other out. Okay. And there has to be some structure, or else you're just going to talk shop. Okay. Or you might get somebody in there that's long-winded, who kind of hijacks the conversation. You might get a complainer in there, who just sucks the energy out of the room. Okay. So you have to have kind of some rules, and here are the rules that I think are smart to start off with. You can tweak them as you move forward. But one is you want a real commitment from these people. Okay. You want to have them show up once a week for an hour every week. Okay. And maybe you want to have some rules for, unexcused absences. You can miss 2 a quarter or something like that. You make up the rule, but you know what I mean? You want to hold these people accountable. You want people to show up. You can't have a group of 6 and then have 3 show up and then have a different 3 show up and then have a different 4 show up. You're not going to get any sort of traction on stuff like that. You could even charge. I know that's a little unique and different, but people will hold themselves accountable if there's some monetary spend to it. Okay. What if you said hey, well, I don't care what it is, $50 a month, and then you can just put that money back into your group and be like, I'll buy lunch, go have a nice lunch, or, just invest that money so that everybody can benefit somehow. Okay. I know that sounds a little weird and you might feel weird doing it, but If you're paying $100 a month or $50 a month to go to a group, you're more likely to go. Okay. There are some mastermind groups out there that are similar in this vein, and people charge a lot of money to go to something like that. So, these free groups will attract a certain type of professional. We've all been to the free events, right? And you get people in there that maybe aren't your people. Okay. That's all I'm saying is you want to surround yourself with people who have the same work ethic, who will work as hard as you, who have the same mindset, who maybe run their own business, and that you can connect with. Okay. So you want to have some rule. That's rule number one. Show up. I am not big with vision statements and mission statements. I just think they're a bunch of words on a piece of paper. And I'm not going to sit down with 6 people and be like, let's craft a mission statement for our group. That is not me. You are more than welcome to go down that path. My mission for something like this is to grow my business and to grow your business. That's it. Okay. You do that by referring business back and forth. Your missions, I don't even like to use the word mission statement. Your goal with this group is to help each other grow their businesses. Okay. That's it. By referring business back and forth, period. So you can put that down. You can all sign it. There's your charter. Okay. So you are going to want to have some sort of structure to your meetings. And I don't know, you can do whatever you want, but off the top of my head, I'd give everybody 5 minutes and I'd have a clock and I'd have a bell. All right. Because 5 minutes goes fast and everybody will get used to this period of time. You will know what 5 minutes feels like. If you're given 5 minutes to speak, some people will go 60 seconds. Some people would go 15 minutes, so you have to help them with that. And I would say, look, every week I want you to bring something from your industry that you can teach us. Okay. So everybody's going to get 5 minutes and you're going to teach us. So for an insurance person like you, it'd be easy. There's no shortage of things that you can teach people about insurance, right? So you can talk to them about an auto policy. You can talk to them about 5 ways to save on your auto policy. Here are the 3 most common things that are denied on a home claim. You're going to be dealing with business owners. So you're talking about 1 line of coverage on a business owner's policy. Why is it important to have business income or business interruption coverage? What's EPLI? I mean, you could do this for 6 years and not run out of things to talk about. If you need help, go to my other podcast, Simply Explaining Insurance. I have 250 things that you could talk about. Okay. After that, you can go around the horn again and you can ask for referrals. You can say, hey, what a good referral for me right now is, and then just fill it in. The best way to ask for a referral is to be specific. You could say, hey, I want to know who owns that pizza shop across the town. We're killing it in restaurants right now. Who owns that Mario's Pizza on the other side of town? And you're going to be around a group of people that might know, or they might know someone who does know. Okay. Even if they don't know that restaurant, they're going to start sifting through their mental Rolodex. They'll be like, I don't know a guy that owns that pizza shop, but I do know Bob who owns this Subway sandwich store over there. Would that be good for you? That's the way this stuff works. Okay. So be specific with your ads. You don't go up and say a good referral for me is anybody, because they all own cars and they live somewhere. So I can write something from them, but that's not necessarily true. There are certain parts of our product that we're not good at. Okay. You don't want someone that's got a DUI or, a monoline 21-year-old that doesn't have a renter's policy. You don't want that policy. So be specific in your ask. Okay. So I go around there, and at that point you're almost done. And then you can, figure out, what can you do to close the meeting? I would maybe do something along the lines of everybody, you would rotate this part of the meeting, and you could say, hey, look, every 5 weeks or every 6 weeks, you're going to have the last 10 minutes of the meeting, and you're going to bring something to the meeting that's going to benefit all of us. Okay. And this might be something like, here is a way that I have found good candidates to hire for my business. Here are some interviewing questions that I have used when I'm interviewing people for my team. Here's a way that I've vetted people. Here's a resource that I've used to find more business. Here's how I'm using LinkedIn right now. Here's another type of, here's how I push out my social media stuff. Here's an app that I'm using to create content. Here is the phone system that I'm using in my business. And here are the great things that are helping me become more efficient in my business. Here's something that my accountant taught me. Bring some sort of information that everybody could benefit from. Here's some other ways that I'm networking here in town. Why don't we go to this? So that's a nice structure to a meeting like this. You can do it in an hour and everybody can get out of there and get back to their day. So as long as you have to have some sort of a leader in this group, or else it's just kind of float. Okay. But it's worth a try because it's very inexpensive. It takes time. And these are the relationships that will make your phone ring. Okay. The other thing I would encourage you to do is that probably once a quarter, I would have one-on-one meetings with everybody in the group. I'd go to their office. I'd invite them to my office. We go to coffee, go to lunch, tell me about your business, tell me about your family, get to know these people as people. Okay. They're just more likely to refer to you. They'll refer to you in a kinder way. They'd be like, hey, you're a perfect match for this person because you both have similar families, or you both like to golf, or you both are from Arkansas, or whatever it is, So that's how I do it. This is a great way to spend your time. Okay. You can grow the group if you want to. There's a lot of flexibility in that. So I would encourage you to consider something like that. It's 1 hour a week. It's 1 hour a week. Okay. Is that good? Is that a good use of your time? Yes. It might be a little bit more if you're traveling, if you need to find a place to meet, but best case scenario, you do it in your office, right? If you can do that, that's the best way to go. So there you go. That's my thought today. Build your own networking group. All right. My name is Matt. This is Agency Launch. Do me a favor. Send me a text, 208-213-8809. Check out my course at agencylaunch.net. It's got everything that you need to learn how to grow an insurance agency. Check out my other podcast, Simply Explaining Insurance. Connect with me on LinkedIn and Twitter and Instagram at Deets Agency. Thank you so much for listening, and keep up the good work.